My name is Tanya, and you are here at Micro Homesteading with Jake and Tanya at Nightfall Homestead. We have 3 chickens that do not have feet. I did not come out here to film this. I actually was out here just doing my morning walk, so I have my good shoes on. Look at these chickens doing the compost piles for us. And ducks, the ducks are helping. That's very nice of you, ladies. That's very nice of you. I don't see Gizmo. Let's check and see where Gizmo's at. Gizmo! Hello, Gizmo. What are you doing? What are you doing? 2 chickens right here. Let's see if I can get their feet. I might have to get in there and show you. You will see that he does not have full feet. And this one does not have full feet. They have a couple of toes, he does. And this one has like almost no toes. And Sweetie back here, she has no feet at all. 0 feet. So this is how this happened. Oh, are you cold? You want your mama because you was cold? This is why I'm never going to be able to separate these babies, because I feel bad for them because they're cold. Now everyone's happy. Look. Babies get their milk. Good job, Mama. Good job, Mama. Them is hungry. Didn't even let her get all the way out of there. Let me show you where we keep our chickens. We hatch chickens out all year long, even in the wintertime. Never had a problem, because we have 2 really good warm brooders in our barn. And typically if it's like super cold and they're super small, we will keep them in the house until they're old enough to, you know, stay warm. Hello, babies. Really hard to see this setup here just because the red light, it makes it really hard to see. And we also have a warmer plate right here. It looks kind of like a TV, and it warms them. It has this light that warms them, but we just started using this warmer plate just because they're super new. These chicks are only 4 days old or something like that. So what had happened is we had a batch, a nest, a clutch. I don't know what it is. We had some baby chicks out here, 3 or 4 of them, and it got really, really, really cold, like below 0 for like a couple of weeks. It was very cold, and so they all stayed huddled up in one spot right underneath this light, you know, to stay warm. And so bare minimum as far as making sure everybody had food and water and stuff. We would come out, we would chore in the morning, we would make sure everybody was alive, everybody had fresh food, fresh water, and then ran right back inside because it's very cold, like dangerously cold. And then we would put them up at night. So we weren't thoroughly checking on our animals. We weren't thoroughly checking on them like we should have been. It warmed up enough to where we could finally start coming out here, making sure everybody was good, you know, check everyone out. And don't get me wrong, we should have been doing this even though it was very, very cold outside, and it was just an excuse of ours to rush things and I guess ultimately be lazy, because that's ultimately what it boils down to, is that we didn't want to be out here in the freezing cold, and that cost us the health and wellness of our chickens. So anyways, the weather warms up a little bit and we come out and check on everybody, and I noticed that 3 of the chickens, one of them was dead, 3 of the chickens were walking kind of funny, like drunk little chickens, right? I gotta reach this hay back here that I can't reach. And I thought, oh, you know, maybe it's from being so cold. Let me give Gizmo some. I don't know why I didn't film this part of why the chickens lost their feet. So when they're all huddled like that, when it's cold and they're not moving all around the brooder, and we weren't like giving them fresh bedding, I mean, I don't know why I didn't even think about that. It's very much something that we know. We know that they are huddled and they're not moving, and we know, and it was a mistake, and it was overlooked because we were lazy and didn't want to be out there in the cold. So those chicks standing on their own feces for that couple of weeks and not moving, they're just not moving out of that area because they're trying to stay warm under that lamp. At that time, we didn't have the heat, the thing that we have in there. What is it? The heat slab. What did I call it? We didn't have that in there. All we had was the heat lamp. And so they were trying to stay warm and just staying in that one area, and it burnt their feet off. Anyways, so because of what we failed to do for them, they do not have feet. They cannot scratch like normal chickens. They cannot run and get away from danger like normal chickens. See, Sweetie's the one that has no feet at all. Like, looks like just some pirate pegs. The ducks I let in here from time to time just because they're good with them. They do dirty up their water quite a bit, but they're not mean to them. And so they continuously get fresh bedding to sit on because they have a hard time getting away from where they're at. They can't scratch, they can't roost because they don't have the toes to grab onto something to roost. So we put in, like, there's a nesting box there. There's a bucket there that the two white ones like to be in. Sweetie likes to be in this one here. And yeah, we just give them extra special care. Absolutely could cull them. And that very much was our first response. Cull them. They're useless, you know, like 3 chickens, our fault, died. And, you know, these chickens, some people be like, oh, they're just chickens. And they probably are just chickens to some people. But to us, it is food. It is a source of income for us as far as their eggs go. Or people that want laying hens. Here's a duck egg right here. And losing 3 chickens is a big deal. It's not just 3 chickens. So because of what we failed to do for them, now we do extra for them. And Sweetie lays eggs for us every single day. No feet. She has 0 feet. No feet. She doesn't even have toes. And she still lays eggs for us. And the other 2 haven't started laying yet, but they will. Sweetie was a little bit older because we had put in those 2 white ones. Sweetie was just, I don't know, a month and a half older than the others, so they'll start laying pretty soon. And I guess the moral of my story is you just have to be extra careful. You have to be extra observant. You have to do the extra stuff even when you don't feel good, even when you're in a hurry, even when it's 20 below 0 outside. Just making sure they have food and water is not enough. And to know that it happens to everyone, and what you do with that when it does happen is what matters. So you can learn from it and be better because of it, which is what everyone should do. Go, bud. If you do not take that experience and learn from it, and it continues to happen, you continue to put your animal's safety at risk for small little things that could have been avoided, completely avoided, then you should probably rethink what you're doing. You should rethink your routine, rethink having those animals to begin with, and adjust accordingly. It is not fair to the animals to bring them into this world, put them in a situation where they cannot take care of themselves. They 100% rely on you and then fail them. It's not okay. Right, Mello? like Mallow. Mallow likes to eat Bud, our boxer. So every time we let the outside or the inside dogs out, we put Mallow in the kennel, because if we don't, Mallow will eat Bud. And it's not awesome breaking them apart because they're two giant dogs. So we've learned from that, built a rickety ass kennel in the wintertime that will be better this summer. It just was a temporary fix because the fighting was not okay. So now the inside dogs are back inside. I'm gonna let Mallow out, and I just wanted to let you guys know our little secret that we have here that we failed at, and let you know that it happens. And if you learn from it and you improve the situation and you do better because of it, that's what matters. That's what matters. Anyways, I hope you learned from this video. I hope it inspired you to do better for your animals. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for all things animal, food, gardening, pulling hair from dogs, homesteady stuff. All right, I'll see you again next time. Bye!